All right. Yeah. Thanks everyone for joining. This is Mike Llapitan with AVEVA Select California, Sales Proposal Manager. A lot of familiar names on the event today, and some folks I know that even presented at AVEVA World. So thank you for that. And we had some customers present this year as well. I know Stanford there last 2 years ago in San Francisco. We had UC Davis and San Jose Water. So we had Amori sent out the invitation to join us in Milan, and we'd love for you to join us in Milan and present. So please let us know if that's something you're interested in. So I'm going to talk about the product roadmap and innovations you can plan for with AVEVA Operations Control. So AVEVA Operations Control, Maury mentioned it, is actually a commercial model that gives you unlimited use of AVEVA products across any number of sites with a predictable cost model. So the products that we already are using are familiar with InTouch and the system platform and Historian. The real advantage of Operations Control is it gives you architectural freedom to distribute your application throughout any number of sites. If you want to build up sandboxes and development environments, and you've got multiple plants and facilities, the only commercial licensing metric is the number of users. And so you can put as many historians out there as you'd like. You can put as many InTouch nodes, as many system platform galaxies, all throughout your enterprise globally without any limitation. And so we call that AVEVA Operations Control. Now, in the presentation today, I'm going to be talking about the individual product roadmaps for the products within Operations Control. So you don't have to be using the commercial model of Operations Control to take advantage of what's coming and what to plan for with things like InTouch and System Platform and Historian. But we're also going to be talking about Connect, a little bit about teamwork, and I'll show you an example of what you can do these days with System Platform and Operations Control. All right, so what does Operations Control help us with? It helps us control our plants and processes. It helps us repair, like save time in troubleshooting, doing diagnostics, executing our plan, right? Coordinating resources, coordinating people and activities, monitoring our processes to get ahead of process upsets, try to prevent downtime, maintain our equipment and get more out of it, increase operational efficiency and optimize, right? So these purple boxes then around this are really the core capabilities of AVEVA Operations Control, right? We connect to our equipment, we collect data and we store it so that we can analyze and visualize it. We can now send that information up into the cloud to find patterns and let AI go to work to do predictions like Maury mentioned, as well as report on the data and solve problems. So this is a example of AVEVA hybrid data architecture. And so what we see down at the bottom on the OT network, that's where we typically live, right, in our HMI SCADA world with InTouch and our system platform and our historians. We're connected to all of our instruments and our IoT sensors and our PLCs, and we're monitoring, controlling, we're collecting data out at the edge, out at the OT layer. And now what we're doing with our hybrid data architecture is, one, you can send that data to, say, the AVEVA Pi server, which typically is going to sit like in a DMZ or on the business network. The AVEVA Pi server is an on-prem solution. And Maury showed some great example screenshots of what you can do with the Pi server and Pi Vision, where you can contextualize and analyze not only the information that's coming from your AVEVA portfolio, but also from, say, your laboratory system or a weather application API, or maybe a maintenance system, other manual field collected data. So aggregating all that information up to a single data store that you can contextualize in what Maury mentioned was the asset framework, and then you can visualize it in context. And I know Matt is going to be sharing some customer examples on what our customers have done with the Pi server. Really interesting stuff. Pi's been around for 40 years, and there's 2 billion points monitored globally with the Pi system. So a tremendous amount of Pi install base out there. Now, as we move up the architecture here, we see now we're getting the data into the cloud with what Maury called Connect, and what AVEVA is going to market with called Connect Data Services. And once the data is in Connect Data Services, now you can share that data securely. And as Maury mentioned again, it's read only. We're not putting any command and control in the cloud, but it allows you to share and analyze that data with things like dashboards with Connect Visualization Services, to do predictive analytics with AVEVA's tool called AVEVA Advanced Analytics. Share a little bit about that in the presentation today. Maybe you want to visualize the data with Power BI. And that's a common Microsoft tool that a lot of people are already familiar with. So take advantage of what you're already using. Visualize that data in Power BI. Maury also mentioned Databricks, a very commonly used platform for building your AI models and applying your AI applications against this industrial data set. So you don't have to have Pi in the middle. What I'm going to be showing you today is that you can actually push this data directly up from like the Historian layer, the InTouch system platform layer, up into Connect in the cloud. So the Pi server in the middle is optional. All right, so let's kick it off with something that most of us are long time familiar with InTouch. A lot of InTouch users here for 30 plus years. InTouch still, you can't not beat the simplicity and ease of use of getting started with InTouch as an HMI and SCADA platform. So AVEVA is going to continue to invest in InTouch and things that they've done with InTouch lately. We're going to talk about, but let's see here. Just sorry, clicked away from my presenter mode here. So we've got web-based access to InTouch now, HTML5 access to InTouch. We have OPC UA tag creation, web accessible applications, support for SVG graphics. InTouch has always had built-in data logging and trending, as well as native integration with Historian. Now we have support for UDTs in InTouch. So a lot of exciting things happening with InTouch. Industrial graphics are the universal graphic library and visualization platform for all of AVEVA products moving forward. So whether you're using InTouch, System Platform, OMI, Plant SCADA, Edge, they all can use industrial graphics. And what we're seeing here is 4 different kind of examples of how you can use industrial graphics to visualize your data. So different folks want different styles, and a lot of times it ends up being kind of a combination of different styles, whether it's more of the traditional animated cartoon style graphics, or a high performance HMI style for situational awareness type screens, or maybe it's a dark theme, dashboard type user interface. All of those things can be accomplished and are portable across all of the AVEVA HMI SCADA platforms. So you can start using industrial graphics with InTouch. You can move those over to a system platform. And what we're going to talk about here in a moment is now you can be able to leverage these graphics that you've built in the cloud and move them to Connect. On the commercial side, InTouch Unlimited, AVEVA's done a really great job packaging up InTouch with Historian and AVEVA Reports into a one-time low-cost package, $20,000 for a server to give you unlimited clients for InTouch, unlimited tags. And so that's been a very attractive package for our InTouch customers. And there's no license required any longer for Window Maker, so you can do InTouch development without a development license. Really big deal for helping you get started with InTouch. And you can even now run InTouch in the window viewer without a license for up to 64 tags. So AVEVA has increased the number of tags that you can run with InTouch, runs uninterrupted. So you do not go into demo mode. The application does not shut down. So it runs uninterrupted for 64 tags. You can run InTouch runtime indefinitely for under 64 tags for free. You can download InTouch directly from AVEVA's website these days. So if you were to go to AVEVA InTouch and just go to our webpage, you can download the software for free. You can see our pricing that I just advertised here on our webpage. So some big changes with the AVEVA go-to-market here. And we also have free online recorded training for InTouch, for System Platform, for Historian, for AVEVA Reports, for Edge, for Plant SCADA. So free online recorded training right on AVEVA's website is accessible and available to you now today. So strategic direction for InTouch. InTouch is really our leading edge HMI SCADA platform. Tremendous amount of support for it out in the industry, tremendous amount of install base, and so the investment strategy is to have more support in the future for Linux-based applications, making InTouch services-based and server-based as well with HTML5 web clients. We have that today, and that investment continues to grow. And then have a path to then, if you want, to take that investment and the graphics you've built, the standards you've built, and move them over to system platform, move them up into the cloud and to connect. And the eventual unification of InTouch and Edge into a single HMI SCADA platform. So moving on to AVEVA System Platform and Plant SCADA, really what where we see customers taking advantage of System Platform and Plant SCADA is if they want unlimited scalability. System Platform is a services-oriented architecture. It can be widely distributed throughout your enterprise. It is an incredible tool for creating standards, utilizing templates and being able to reuse those templates throughout your application to create and enforce standards, saving engineering time. We hear all the time, customers that struggle with inconsistent tag names and how hard it is to maintain a standard. System Platform really helps you enforce those standards. And again, you can distribute System Platform throughout hundreds of nodes and have it be a part of a same application. So you can really put things out at the edge, put things out across a geographically distributed environment, and have it all communicate with each other and centrally manage it. And data-driven UI designs. We'll talk a little bit about OMI. OMI is our next generation visualization platform with a lot of benefits. OMI it lets you automatically generate content into your HMI SCADA screens, including navigation. Again, really leverages those standards you build in your templates, as well as in your plant model that you create with System Platform. And now we're able to actually take that plant model and System Platform and replicate and push that up to Connect in a cloud, and then again take these graphics that you've already built in your HMI SCADA layer, and then publish those to Connect as well. So really that hybrid data infrastructure we were talking about, being able to leverage what you've built on-prem and push it to the cloud. So OMI is a pure HTML5 web client as well, and gives you a support now with Blazor and Angular, and lets you access your applications from mobile devices to desktops, from web browsers all the way up into the cloud as a SaaS service. All right, so future direction here of System Platform, where we're going here is increased productivity with more quality of life improvements, making things more intuitive and easier to get started with System Platform. Some increased diagnostic capabilities when you're developing, commissioning a System Platform application, continuing to support and drive that those edge type applications where you're wanting to collect data out at the IoT layer and then bring it back centrally to a central control room or central historian. Again, adding more support for things like Linux and making some of this content available in the cloud. Let me just show you a quick example here of System Platform Operations Control. Let's see here if I can do a quick screen swap. So here's Operations Control System Platform actually running in a browser. And so I've got a global view here, and I can drill down into my different operations throughout the globe. This is a renewables demo here. So I'll just go ahead and drill into my solar system in California. And I can see my my entire solar site and how much power I'm generating and temperatures. And then I can drill down into individual block levels if I want. So I'll go into a block level monitoring. So these breadcrumbs for navigation are built into what we call OMI. And so you don't have, and it leverages the plant model we were talking about. So you don't have to build these types of navigations. And so now I'm on my block level monitoring. I can see the statuses and what's active and available and how much the power is being produced, and then I can drill down into an inverter level as well. Okay, so again, this is a global application. I can drill down into whichever parts of the globe and operations I want to see, and we bring that all together with AVEVA Operations Control. So I'm going to switch back here. So the AVEVA Historian is an essential part of AVEVA Operations Control, System Platform, and InTouch. It's been around as a leader in this space for 35 years with 140,000 sites installed. 1 billion data points are monitored with the Historian. So there's an incredible amount of of Historian data being collected out there. And what's really neat is, with operations control and what we call flex, it's unlimited tags for Historian. You don't have to worry about any limitations for tag counts. Store as much data as you'd like, and it's a known predictable cost, like we talked about. Historian's got a great set of client tools for doing historical and real-time trending, building SQL queries. It's got a REST API interface. You can do real-time dashboards that are web accessible. There's an Excel add-in. You can automate scheduled reports. And speaking of AVEVA reports, we're actually going to be making some of that capability available in Connect as well. So you can have your scheduled automated reports go out to email the folks, directly hosted as a cloud service. Historian has built-in native integration now to Connect, so you can push that data directly up to Connect for your cloud sharing, cloud analysis, and if you want to start using predictive analytics and your AI ML tools. And so we have a presentation. I know Chris Torres is going to talk specifically on Connect today. And advanced analytics, Maury mentioned, is if you want to start doing your predictions and have AI ML go to work for you with your industrial data to do things like improving throughput and efficiency, preventing downtime, finding anomalies, increasing energy efficiency. And lastly, on the operations control portfolio here, we've got AVEVA Teamwork, which is a cloud SaaS solution that's included with operations control for doing knowledge sharing and collaboration for the connected worker. So it's an app that'll let you do operational communication with your peers, your coworkers here. Has skills management, so online learning, video libraries, certifications, issue management, calls for help. So it's a digital knowledge platform to think of it as a social media app for operations. So that's included as part of operations control.